Hi, this is reading video number 2. On Friday, you began expert group poet biographies with a group. Today, you will be working with that same group, and you will need this packet for your expert poet that you are reading on. You're going to be referring back to this note catcher that we worked on Friday, but you will have a page also that will be handed out to you that is poem research directions. Please follow along as I read this to you. As a group, use Google to find poems, other poems than the ones that we've read in the book, by your expert poet. As a group, select a poem to read. So you're all going to read the same poem. You're going to read the poem together. Number 4, discuss these questions with your group. A, what characteristics of poetry does this poem have? Remember, characteristics are structure, imagery, rhyme, meter, repetition. What is this poem about? And what evidence do you see in this poem of what inspired your expert poet? You're going to use your note catcher on the back of record your group's idea. It says record your group's ideas and what evidence do you see in his or her poetry. So what evidence do you see in your poet's poetry? You're going to do this for 2 poems, 2 different poems. If you have extra time, you can continue reading this poet's poems on Google. Once you are done with that, you are going to go into Google Classroom. There's a Google Doc there that says reading closing. And that reading closing says, let me read that to you. It says, what inspired your group's expert poet? What evidence is there in their poetry? Give an example and don't forget to add your name. So that is on Google Classroom and a Google Doc. What I would do is I would just take something straight off of my note catcher on what evidence do we see in their poetry, tell what poem it is that you read about, and who your poet is, as well as your name. Don't forget those details. They're so very important. After that, you'll do some poetry reading of your own. Remember to make a post in your reading journal. I will be grading those. That is the end of Monday.